There is one thing you can doubt, and that's my name in the game.
So chase your dreams, young baller. Boss up, man, we go harder. Go reach for stars and higher. Then fly across them.
Here we are again for episode 2 of the BasketBros podcast. Chilling out here in Japan, back home in the Philippines, in the motherland, Hoopjunkie. What's up, bro?
Bro.
Kamusta?
Medyo naano ko dun sa game ni Kai Sotto tsaka kay Carl Tamayo, yung
Na-hook ka ba? Ay, sakto
Yeah,
yan,
na-hook
sakto
ako.
yan. Ayan ang
Yeah.
pag-uusapan natin ngayon, kaya tayo nandito. We're gonna talk about probably 2 of the most sought-after players out of high school and college. Sa year nila, sa group nila, sa class nila. Carl Tamayo, like what you said, and Kai Sotto. Household names back home in the Philippines now, making waves here in Japan. And they just recently played their first B-League matchup. Although, alam natin si Carl hindi nakapaglaro. Diba? Hindi nakapaglaro si Carl against, Kai. And we have to remember that Carl is playing in a stacked team. He's playing in a team that recently he just competed in the finals of the B-League, and there wasn't much changes in that team. So Carl really needs to, build from start from scratch when it comes to playing time, and I'm sure he's gonna do that. Carl is a very competitive guy. Kilala mo din siya, bro. Na-cover mo din yung games sa college, high school siguro before. Diba? Ano masasabi mo doon na just be patient for Carl, eventually his time will come.
Yeah, he will carve out a role dun sa team niya. And I think he has the mental capacity na magstay dun sa B-League and really find a role.
True. Actually, lahat naman kami dito nag-start ng ganun na you just have to find your niche kasi it's a very, very competitive league where you have to play 60 games against 24 teams. There's an abundance of players, of talents. So, yun lang. Kailangan ka lang medyo maging matatag ka talaga. Kailangan mo maging matatag tsaka hindi ka talaga pwede bumigay. Yan lang din yung mga sinasabi ko. And on the other hand, we're gonna talk about Kai Sotto, Kaiju. His nickname is finally put into use.
Ginulat ang mundo.
Dito sa Japan with his announcement. Like what I said with Carl's signing and Kai's signing in Hiroshima, the rich get richer.
Yeah.
2 strong teams getting 2 incredible players. Dito naman tayo sa Hiroshima Dragonflies. Kai Sotto putting up for his first game in the B-League, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 steal in 4 of 6 shooting and missing his lone 3-point field goal attempt. Played 19 minutes and scored the bulk of his points in the first half. Ikaw bro, napanood mo yung game? Ako may game ako noon ongoing.
Oo nga, sabay
game
nyo.
And ikaw bro, ikaw makakapagsalita dito. Anong mga comment mo?
Well, Kai started out strong. Siya yung unang naka-score sa game And at the first quarter, yung hinahanap talaga siya ng mga teammates niya. Ang napansin ko sa kanya, yung mga bigs ng Ryukyu, ina-attack siya simula pa lang nung game. So, parang sinusukat na si Kai. And Kai did a good job closing out sa mga mismatches. Pag na-switch siya sa mga guards, so he was able to close out well. Pero napansin ko sa rebounding, medyo nahirapan siya with Jack Cooley and Allen Durham. The Meralco man nga, sabi ni
The Meralco man. Nakita, solid nickname yan. Pero may kita natin, bro. Siguro, di ba? As a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, parang dun mo alam na yung respect sa'yo nandun. Una pa lang, they never really took it easy on you. Kasi syempre, napanood ka na nila sa scouting and they know what you can do sa NBL. You can be a force underneath. So the vets really got into work right away with,
Oo.
with Jack Cooley, 5 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Alan Durham had 19. And this is just the start for Kai. I'm sure he's gonna be matched up with the big boys here in D League. Literal yun. And he's gonna be ready. Like 8 points and 3 blocks in the first half. First game. That's what Hiroshima expects from him. And the scary part is it's only gonna get better. The more he gets to play with Hiroshima, the more he gets to play with Nick Mayo and Dwayne Evans. Malaking bagay talaga yun kasi those are the main ball handlers or the players in Hiroshima that has the ball. Pati rin pala si Tsuji, nasa kanya din yung bola. So if Kai gets along with those guys, he's gonna be fed easy. All he has to do is finish his food. So I think with Hiroshima, they're still trying to mesh well with Kai. The NBL is a different league when it compared to the B League. Physically, tactically, magkaiba din yan. And there's a period of adjustment wherein you have to consider this Kai's first game. And it will never justify what he can do on the floor. And bukod dun sa game na napanood natin, also 150,000 viewers with a peak of 38,000 watching at the same time.
Daming
Uh,
nanood.
I would say it was the game to watch. Like all the games everybody played this Wednesday, but it was the game to watch. The hype was there, and I feel like it was a good glimpse of what Kai can bring to Hiroshima. Unfortunately, Carl wasn't able to get his feet wet in the B League yet. But nevertheless, like what you said, Carl is a capable guy, and I'm sure Yuki will find a way to make his talent work and really maximize his potential in that team because I'm pretty sure makakatulong talaga siya. Makakatulong talaga siya dun sa team na yon. Nakita naman natin ng onte dun sa EASL tournament nila diba? So, we know what he can do. And siguro, parang kami na naglalaro dito mas nakakatakot yun for us. We're still gonna face each other soon, Hiroshima and Ryukyu. So I'm taking tabs on those two guys, but I'm very proud of them on how they were able to make this advancement in their career. So I'm excited to play against them, to be honest. Brings out the competitive nature of us Filipinos. So, yun yung matitake ko doon. And with B League, there's gonna be more Filipinos will be watching the league with those two guys coming in. So, nakakatawa yun.
Bro, may question ako. How do you compare the competitiveness in the B League? Yung sukat nung talent tsaka competitiveness.
Dito kasi parang for me bro, parang dito umpisa pa lang ng game, all hell breaks loose na kasi we play 10 minutes.
FIBA rules.
FIBA rules, everything. You play with 2-3 imports at the same time. The locals are good players, from the national team, from pwede nga silang makabuo dito ng 2-3 national team kung titingnan mo. Tapos at a competitive state, pwede nilang gawin yun pag kukuha lang din sila dito sa league. So, what I'm trying to say is, it's very high. You can take days off and you can take any place off because you will be put in a position where wala kang magagawa. So you have to bring your A game at all times. Tapos parang the most important thing dito kasi sa B League, bro, Hindi mo lang kalaban yung mga teams kalaban mo yung sarili mo. There's so much games, little practice time, little recovery time, and it's how you really play your cards. I just feel like your individual competitiveness will bring in so much more as a factor, more than the game itself. Kung paano mo paghahandaan yung laro. Kung healthy ka, wala kang injuries, ready to play ka mentally, physically, mas madali makipag-compete Pero kung isa doon, parang medyo shaky, unstable, it's harder. It's definitely harder. So, yun siguro yung difference nun to to other leagues. Lahat naman yan may differences. Wala naman dyan And it doesn't mean may nakakaangat sa isa, 'di ba? Some things are just better than when it comes to their niche in the competition. Parang dito kasi sobrang daming players, sobrang daming games, sobrang which play yung competition is mahahasa ka talaga. 'Di ba? So
Bro,
yun yung
question pala, bro. Sorry mas marami bang games sa B-League compared sa PBA?
bro, malayo, kalahati.
Kalahati.
Oo.
Tapos compressed pa siya.
Kasi bro, imagine this. If you do not make the playoffs in the PBA, you only play 33 games a year. Parang gets mo? Kasi kung 3 conference yun, wala kang playoffs ni isa. 11 games each. That's 33 games.
Gets.
So kami dito 60. Wala pang playoffs.
Parang close to NBA. Di ba sa NBA 82?
Oo, 82.
Madami
82.
din.
Madami. So, I mean, competition-wise, mahasa ka talaga. And again, like what I said, like the competition is a lot easier once you really compete with yourself and you try to fight your demons when it comes to being undisciplined, just eating what you want, being parang disregarding rest and recovery, yung mga ganyang bagay mahirap talaga. Kasi unang-una may injure ka, masasaktan ka, you'll be out for how many games, and next thing you know, somebody's in your position na, yung mga ganung bagay. So minimum din yun, competition din yun in itself, di ba? So yun siguro, yun yung differences niya when it comes to other leagues. Diba?
Lalo na sa B-League, kumbaga from the court to your house, di ba?
Ganun lang talaga. Tapos mga times may mga day offs na gusto mong umikot-ikot, just to unwind. Especially siguro pag may bad game ka, you wanna forget about basketball for a day. Yun, minsan iikot-ikot ka, pasyal-pasyal ka, have a coffee somewhere else. But nothing to the crazy extent na kasi you have to practice the following day pa rin. Diba? So, or you have to travel and then play another game on the weekend. So, yun talaga. Yun yung kasama doon. And I'm really excited, like what we talked about, 2 young guys na magiging stakeholders ng basketball sa Pilipinas. Si Carl na nag-debut sa professional career niya, although hindi siya nakapaglaro. Si Kai making his debut in the B-League. Maraming players ang tumitingala sa mga to. Yung mga bata pang players, maraming mga batang nanonood dito sa dalawang to na gusto din nilang gayahin na makatuntong internationally, whether you're in Korea, Taiwan, Japan, or elsewhere, di ba? So, papag-usapan natin yan, bro. Papag-usapan natin yung future of Philippine basketball. Players na...
Mga young bloods.
Oo, kung ako tayo, bro, young ones. Naging bata minsan. Ito, mga young ones talaga. Mga bata talaga. Na magbibit-bit ng karangalan sa Pilipinas in the future.
Excited
Diba?
ako eh. Daming mga up and coming ngayon, bro.
Dami, bro.
Dami.
Wild nga ako minsan sa mga post mo, yung mga stats ng mga bata. Sabi ko, Jesus Christ. Parang grabe yung mga stats ng mga bata. 25-24, 19-16, 7.
Meron pa nga, di ba? 43-12-9 si Rubico.
Oo, tama. And like right now, I don't know if it's ongoing or I think Adamson made the finals of the UAAP for the first time in a long time.
Yes.
And tapos
NU
yung
naman, tsaka FEU, they're in the Final Four
in the
ngayon.
do or die, diba?
Do or
There's a do or
die.
die. And then we switch it up to the NCAA Juniors.
So you have Letran in the
Letran
finals.
in the finals and CSB LSGH.
And San Beda.
San Beda
Do or
has
die
another
din.
game.
Yeah.
Has another game, diba? So, it's gonna be interesting how, when it comes to sa FEU, hindi ako masyado nakapanood ng UAAP eh. Pero may bata kami dyan, si Stephen sa FEU. Magaling na gwardiya din, galing Olonga po din yun eh. Naka-workout ko isang beses, sabi ko, magaling tong batang tong matangkad na gwardiya. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. Let me check it out right
Stephen.
now. Oo, shucks.
Meron nung stats nun, bro, sa live score.
Sigurado. Anong pangalan ito? Ayan. Kabigting. Stephen Kabigting ng FEU. Stephen Kabigting ng FEU. Worked out with him once. So,
parang galing ng mga bata ngayon. Like, kino-compare. Kasi naglaro ko, bro, dati. 2009 high school. Pag kinompare mo yung high school level noon, tas ngayon, layo. Sobrang skilled na mga bata.
Kahit sa amin eh. Kahit sa amin lang eh. Kahit nung time lang din namin eh. Obviously, there was an exception. There was somebody who was just extra and just too much for everybody else. His name was Terrence Romeo. So, he was just a little bit too much for everybody. Nakakatawa yun, bro. May kwento kasi ako nun. Naalala ko yun. I think it was my junior year. This is the year where he won UAAP finals. UAAP MVP Juniors. So nung nag-awarding kami ng Mythical 5. So parang sabi garnering parang 82 point something statistical points from Ateneo de Manila. Ako na yung second from Ateneo de Manila University, Kiefer Ravena. Okay, award ng for our last member of the Mythical 5, garnering 101 statistical points. Sabi ko, putyan, layo. Wala pala talaga akong chance na manalo ng MVP ng taon na yun. Ganong kalayo yung difference ng statistical points nung time na yun with Terrence. And like these kids right now are very, very skillful, very physically gifted is the most important thing, bro. Ang lalaki ng mga bata na para silang mga gwardiya. Seven Gagate, Pablo,
Luis Pablo,
si SJ Moore, lahat, kahit yung mga UAP boys, si Kobe Demisana.
Yeah, sa UP.
UP, di ba? Parang, 6'4", 6'5", or even taller, lefty na could bring down the ball, shifty.
Pansin ko, batak yung mga players sa high school ngayon.
Oh, man. Ako, batak lang ako kumain nung high school. Ang laki. Ang laki ko eh. Pero ngayon, mga bata, ibang klase. So, that's what we're going to talk about more. Let's put their weird sabihin, pero mga kuyas nila on the side. Kuya Kai and Kuya Carl. So, tito na tayo nun.
Oo.
So, ayan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, and may upcoming pa na NBTC All-Stars where the best of the best in high school will all come together, will clash talents and showcase what they're made of. Most of them will probably have a few more years in high school, pero they're when the lights shine the brightest, you know who will stand out, diba? Who will perform and who will take that center stage. I'm very much excited to watch that game. Marami tayong pag-uusapan. Simulan na natin yan. So ayun na nga, napag-usapan na natin si Carl pati si Kai on Kai's debut and Carl's professional debut dito sa B-League. Ito mga batang to, halos kagagaling lang nitong high school diba? Parang saglit lang on the collegiate scene, tapos ngayon making waves overseas. But now we will keep our focus on the guys that are up and coming. Diba pare? Parang ongoing yung NCAA finals. Magsisimula na yung NCAA finals. Magsisimula na din yung UAAP finals. Sa UAAP, Adamson versus FEU, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Tama ba?
Oo.
Tapos sa kabilang side, it's a rematch from their kuyas with CSB and Letran going up in the seniors ranks. Dito sa juniors, it's CSB LSGH going up against the Letran Squires. A rivalry perhaps, getting built dito sa NCAA side. Pero ngayon, two new contenders sa UAAP. Diba? Adamson, ang tagal na niyang hindi nakapag-finals. Hindi ko na maalala kung kailan sila huling nakapag-finals. And then with FEU, with a coach like Denok Miranda, si Kuya Denok leading the way, I'm sure the kids are ecstatic, learning from a former pro and FEU great himself, si Coach Denok. Talagang magandang match-up to for both leagues, di ba?
Wild nung LSGH San Beda Final Four. I don't know if you've seen the highlights. Pero sila talagang bakbakan sila nung fourth quarter, sagutan sila. And
parang nakita ko and it was just really like, different breaks of the game na akala mo, okay, sige, San Beda na to. And di pa pala, GH pa to. Or parang talagang prized boxers going at it, di ba?
Exactly. Tapos you have, I watched the NU game, FEU game sa may Phil Oil. NU was leading. Tapos humabol FEU, bro. Another instant classic.
Doon sa dalawa, parang were there any favorites or parang who was ranked higher?
Nag-poll ako sa IG. I think NU yung
Pero like sa standings, wala naman naka-sweep, wala naman diba? Everybody went to the Final Four.
Sa series na yun, bro, ang twice to beat is FEU.
Okay, FEU. So tinalo ng NU first game. Okay, kaya they were able to force a do or die. Pero yun nga yung maganda doon, parang may kita mo din yung composure ng Baby Tams kasi mahirap i-maintain yung twice to beat advantage pare pag natalo ka dun sa umpisa parang all stakes are against you na parang backs against the walls ka, yung pressure mo nandun. Kaya pag twice to beat ka, parang yung unang game kailangan must win talaga kundi mas pressure ka pa di ba? Kasi yung team na tumalo sa'yo, dapat hindi ka naman talunin in the first place So, yung ganon, it showed a lot of composure, especially pagdating sa end game. Nakita ko yung mga ibang plays towards the end ng FEU. So, feeling ko dun lumalabas yung pagiging nila, yung marami silang natututunan sa coach nila na si Coach Denok. I'm very happy. It's one of my dreams actually to be able to give back and coach, whether a high school team, a college team in the future. Pero yung ganung bagay, sobrang saludo kay Coach Denok sa nagawa niya. And yung mga ibang players, Coach Renren din, di ba? Ngayon, nasa finals naman siya.
Yeah, first year, tapos finals.
First year, first finals, at first. Pero hindi mo ma-compare, bro. Ang lakas ng team ni Coach Renren. Sobrang lakas.
Sobrang
lakas ng team ni Coach Renren. And it was just a matter of time for them to actually gel and find out what their system or what their identity really is. I'm sure sila lang makakalam yan, and they found it out at the right time. Now they're at the finals, diba? Parang nagsimula ata sila sa isang must-win to force a playoff, to force to the Final Four. ranking, etc. Tapos ngayon nasa finals na sila. So hindi rin, parang kumbaga dumaan din sila sa butas ng karayom and again, mga players ngayon, ibang klase na din talaga.
Dark horse yung yung GH. They started very slow sa NC.
Oo. Like what I said nga, parang ang lakas ng team nila pero hindi pa nila mahanap yung nila noong umpisa eh. Parang makikita mo kung titingnan mo papel sa papel. Parang, hindi ka dapat matalo dito di ba? Pero ganun, bilog ang bola, di ba? Hindi mo masabi kung anong pwede mangyari. And then, some teams were able to capitalize on their lack of familiarity with the system, new coach, ganyan, process yan eh. Pero look where they are now. Nandito sila ngayon sa finals.
Ikaw bro, ano yung mga memories mo? Mga favorite memories mo nung high school? I'm sure madami kang stories. Like favorite game, favorite moment, on court, off court.
Siguro favorite game siguro this was during my first year. Kalaban namin Zubel. Alam mo, na-post mo yun eh. Na-post mo yun. So,
1 million views sa YouTube, bro.
Parang yun eh. Parang it was parang yun yung introduction ko eh. Yung allow me to reintroduce myself. Parang ganun ko eh. Nung 13 years old ako. Kasi parang ang dami talagang nun eh. Ang daming kahit ako sarili ko may time na kine-question mo. Kasi sobrang bata ako noon. 13 years old ako noon, bro.
Yeah.
Pero I'm not, parang if you compare me to the players now, ang layo. Sobrang gagaling ng mga bata ngayon. Sobrang unbelievable yung skill level nila. Yung gift nila physically, sobrang layo. And yun siguro yung memorable sa akin, yung time na yun. Kalaban namin sila Jeric, Fortuna, Joshua Webb, Jan Manguera, Zubel, and 13 years old ako noon. And then I was able to, squeeze in 2 beautiful games in the finals na, okay, so he's gonna be here 3 more years, diba? Which is low-key during that time, unheard of. Kasi ako lang yung freshman na nandun eh. Usually, makakapasok ka ng juniors lineup mo pag second or third year ka na, diba? Tapos may 1 taon ka na lang, 2 taon ka na lang maglalaro. Pero yung naka-4 ako, something na talagang sobrang na-appreciate ko. And until now, I have a relationship with Coach Jamaica Harin. Parang second dad ko na siya, kumbaga, na nandyan siya sa akin every time. He would shoot up a message saying, kamusta yung team ko dito and kamusta ako. And yun siguro yung memorable sa high school kasi siguro ako lang to. High school is your parang last dose of innocent basketball.
Yun. Sobrang pure nung laro, di ba?
Oo, bro. Yung gusto mo lang talaga maglaro. Yung wala kang ibang iniisip, kundi magpagaling. Ngayon nga, parang different na din eh. Kasi ibang klase na din yung recruitment, ibang klase na din yung shift ng mga players. Pero before, parang ibang klase. Parang once you step on that floor, parang I want to prove that ako yung pinakamagaling. Wala akong ibang iisipin, kundi talunin yung ibang team, yung ganung bagay, di ba? Parang, yun eh. Kasi once you enter college, there are a lot of factors already na hindi na natin makokontrol. Di ba? So, for me, high school, it was such a feat. It was such a nice memory in my head that will live on forever na ang sarap ng basketball ng mga panahon na yun na walang kaproblema kundi maglaro ka lang ng basketball talaga. Sa akin, yun. Ikaw din, bro. Di mo naglaro ka din?
Oo, naglaro rin ako 2009. Kaso bro, 2 points per game lang ako eh.
Pero naman, laging
pero it's a fun.
Pero laging winning shot, di ba? Di ba?
Yung boarding, pare.
When you make it, it's when you make it. Yun ang pinaka-importante. Yun ang pinaka-importante.
Saya ng time na yun with my teammates. Alam mo yun, yung trips going to the games. Naglaro kami sa may San Beda, Mendiola. Taga Las Piñas kasi ako. So, travel kami to go there. So, yun, fun
San Beda, yung sa may San Beda, Mendiola, dyan lahat ng liga eh. Dyan lahat ng liga eh, di ba? So, hindi ka magugulat na lahat tayo meron tayong experience ng basketball sa historical university ng San Beda,
Oh,
'di ba? So,
fun
yun
time.
nga, and like speaking about high school, parang ngayon yung mga players, they have the parang power to actually really choose their future. Parang pagdating doon, ngayon na ang daming liga, ang daming yung recruits is at an incredible level right now.
Yeah,
Tingin mo bro, sino
yung
yung mga Bluechip recruits for this class of 2023?
on the top of my head, yung dalawang big sa LSGH. Si
Aha.
Gagati tsaka si Pablo.
Wala na ba
Talagang,
silang final year na nila to?
I think it's their final year.
Aha.
Parang may naririnig din ako mga rumors about college recruitment. Pero sila yung naisip ko eh. On the
Mhm.
top of my head. Yung size nila, 'di ba? Syempre hindi natuturo yung
Aha.
size.
Hindi natuturo talaga yan.
Mm. Tsaka
Tapos,
napansin ko yung mga high school players ngayon, parang mas malalaki sila compared dati. Ewan ko
oo
kung
bro. Oo,
parang
malado.
recency bias on my side.
Hindi,
Pero
tsaka ano din, hindi lang malalaki eh. May mga malalaki din sa side namin nung time namin. Pero, sa amin before, yung malaki bro, malaki lang.
mm,
Malaki ka lang, diyan ka lang sa ilalim. Ito yung ngayon, yung mga bata, nagbababa ng bola, may isolation sa 3 points, tapos sa salaksak. Yung ganong level, different yun eh. Magkaiba talaga yun eh.
oh,
Kahit anong sabihin mo na malaki, kasi noon mga time namin, high school. Ano ba? Nandyan na nun sila, well, malaki na sila nung time na yon. Sila Russell Escoto, sila, sino pa ba? Fonso, Gotladera, Chris Javier, yung mga yan, 6'5 na parehas
bigs.
ngayon.
Oh.
'Di ba? Malalaki na yung mga yon. Like, kumbaga 6'5 na sila. Eh ngayon 6'5 parang wing pa lang eh.
Tapos yung
'Di
game
ba?
nila before, sa ilalim sila.
Oo. Yun yung
Product sila nung
difference.
time nila eh. 'Di ba?
Exactly. Exactly. And then ganun din yung time na talaga nung pag malaki ka, luxury sa ibang teams kasi talaga meron silang bibigyan ng bola sa ilalim. Ganun. Ngayon, pag may malaki ka, tapos marami kang, parang hindi mo na alam kung anong babantayan mo eh. Hindi mo na talaga alam. Minsan yung iba, bantayan mo lang. Bantayan mo lang yung drop pass. Diyan lang sa ilalim yan.
Tapos ngayon 5 out na sila, no?
Wala, bro. Parang
5 out.
parang kaya nilang kumumpete at any level right now. Kumbaga, like yung sinabi mo, yung dalawang yun, si Pablo, pati si Gagate.
Agate.
'Di ba? Siguro sa akin, ano ba sa akin? Impressive sa akin si Andy. Pero I think meron pa siyang playing years sa high school.
Oh,
No?
bro. He's just 16, bro.
'Di ba? He's a young stud from Iligan. Very athletic. Has high passion for the game. Talagang yung intensity niya is beyond his age.
Tsaka may swagger, bro. Pag
Oh,
nakaka-score siya sa kalaban, stare down.
yung ganun siguro, it also comes with passion. Like what I've said, it's so innocent na basketball na you can't put any picture na mayabang ba to, 'di ba? Or 'di ba, puro ganito ba siya, trash talker, ganyan. High school is so innocent na everybody's just reacting through passion. Kasi ang sarap nga talaga mag-basketball lang ganun. So,
Mm.
yung mga nagsasabi na, dapat humble lang, ganyan. High school is a way of also you expressing your passion for the game. Be you, may limits naman yan eh. Alam yung mga ginagawa nila, hindi naman talaga sobra-sobra eh, di ba? Parang ganun. And,
The limits of the game.
alam naman nila yun. Alam naman nila yun. And, yung unang gagawin ng coach nila pag may sobra silang ginawa na that will cross the line, talagang mauuna pa yung coach nila na pigilan sila eh, di ba? Pero, it's part of the game. He has a bright future. Also siguro kay, sino ba to? Let me check our list. Of course, di ba? May yung pinag-uusapan lang natin NCAA pati UAAP, but currently, the number one high school kid is not part of both leagues.
Exactly.
Di ba? So parang it shows the amount of talent that we have here in the Philippines.
Nakakatuwa nga eh. Sana in the future, mas lumawak pa yung game outside Metro Manila.
Oo. Parang feeling ko there will come a time where hopefully, di ba, there will come a time na whether it's in the summer, na meron namang ganun dati yung champions ng iba-ibang liga na dadala sa ano, pero sa college level yun, pero hopefully sa high school din, NBTC, yan ang ginagawa nila. Pero iba yun, bro. Iba yung nakakalaban mo talaga kasi it's not just for the top high school players eh. Parang it's also for the other players from each team na maglalaro. Whether if you're from Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, Bacolod, high school, Cagayan de Oro, wherever, or up north here in Pampanga, South Batangas, yung mga ganun. Hindi lang siya para dun sa mga top level na players na will have a chance to get recruited. Parang it's also for the players na meron pang playing years or dun sa mga hindi masyado nakakapaglaro. For their eyes to be opened na, okay, Manila is the center of all basketball. Hindi dun lahat ng gagaling, but it is the center of basketball. Okay? We just have to accept that fact. Di ba? And at the same time, hindi din natin pwede sabihin na lahat ng magagaling na players is just from the UAAP or the NCAA. Hindi. Di ba? So, for the players na meron pang playing years sa mga probinsya nila, sa mga players na hindi masyado nakakapaglaro, it's actually more for them because they will realize in playing in such tournaments or just being a part of such tournaments, they will realize, what do I have to do? Di ba? Parang, what can I do more to be able to be in this stage? Cream of the crop to eh, pag dinala mo lahat sa Manila eh.
You have the best talents all over the Philippines.
The Bluechip recruits are already going somewhere. Di ba? Pinagtrabahuhan na nila yon. May destination na sila. Kumbaga ikaw wala pa. So the kids have to realize na yung mga ganitong tournaments, it's not because, oh, shucks, I'm going to Manila, I'm going on vacation. Di ba? Na parang, Manila,
Isip lang, babakasyon sila.
No daw PBA, no daw UAAP, no daw NCAA. No. It's for you to actually, NBTC is sending a message to you guys or whatever league, nothing in particular, na this is the gauge of where you want to be or even more. But this is the bare minimum na kailangan mong pagtrabahuhan para magkaroon ka lang ng chance makapunta dito. So, all the high school kids out there, whenever you have a chance to go to Manila, open your eyes, realize the things that you have to do. Because ang dami ng nauna sa inyo na nanggaling sa iba't ibang lugar, hindi lang sa Manila, na sila pa yung mga pinakamagagaling na basketball players. Diba? So, it's not just for you to idolize because you can be them or even better than them, than us, or whoever those people are. So, yun ang nagagawa nun bukod sa yung mga ranking na yan.
Natutuwa nga ako eh. Natutuwa
diba? It's there for a reason. And if you're a player who's very competitive, not seeing your name out there, has to spark a little fire.
Syempre kapag competitive ka, di ba?
Exactly.
Bakit wala dun pangalan ko? Right?
Di ba? Or deep in yourself, you're in that list. Pero, pang 26 ako. Ba't ako pang 26? Magaling ako sa ibang yan. Yung mga ganung bagay, di ba? So, it's also something that you could actually use for for your motivation na makapaglaruan ng mas maayos. It's a good league, guys. Come on. You just have to realize what's it for. Dami nang yung message saan, mga high school kids, men's, boys and girls, na ganon. Ikaw lang, kahit anong isuggest ko sa inyo, kayo pa rin lang makakasagot ng tanong na yun eh. Di ba? Parang, what are you willing to do?
Parang
As in,
familiar sa TikTok, bro.
Oo, ganun talaga. As in, literal yun. Tama yun. Totoo yun. Totoo yun. Na kung ano ba yung gusto mong, kaya mong gawin, hindi yung gusto mong gawin for that dream of yours. Diba?
Yeah.
So, we talked about, the players, rankings, and everything. Ngayon na meron na tayong rankings, we have a list of the top 24 players na maglalaro sa NBTC tournament. And let's just play a little game, bro.
Yeah, tara.
GM Hoopjunkie, GM Kiefer. We just have to pick 6 players. Let's say 6 players.
Sige.
Para meron tayong 6th man. Diba? Meron tayong 6th man. We have to fill up every position that we have. The point guard, SG, SF, our forward and center. Just give you probably couple of minutes to actually think about it na makakapaglaro, and most of these guys are familiar naman sa akin on how they play.
Papakita ko sa screen para makita nung mga viewers sa edit lalagay ko.
Okay.
So G, sino mag-pick first?
Sino ang mauna, bro?
Teka. Hanap akong coin flip tayo. Pucha, wala kang barya.
May distraction na nadidistract ako, bro. Hindi ako makapili ng maayos dito sa dami ng players.
G. Sige bro, ikaw muna.
Ako mauna?
Oo.
Team Kiefer for my first pick. I will get the number 1 player in high school in the Philippines, Mr. House himself, Jared Bahay from Sacred Heart School in Cebu.
Ew. Good pick.
Jared,
He led Batang Gilas sa FIBA Asia Under-16.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jared, you'll hear the keys to the city.
Si Kiefer Ravena na nagsasabi nun, bro.
Run this town. Run this town, bro. Run
Send
this
ko kay
town.
Jared to. Yun. So ako
Yeah,
naman,
bro.
second
Game.
pick.
Hoopjunkie, let's go.
I have to get a big Luis Pablo, bro. LSGH. He has the size, tsaka pare yung attitude niya on the board, high motor.
The crucial rebound, diba, ng game?
Yeah.
Diba?
He was clutch. Tapos, he can stretch it out from deep also. So, I like his game. I think his game will translate well in the college level.
Yeah. Diba?
Wherever
Wherever
he
you
plays.
go.
Yeah. Alright.
Ano ba ako?
Next.
Next ko. Alam ko si Humamoy just committed to NU College.
Oh.
Shucks. Siguro for my big siguro I'll go with my 2020 machine, Mr. Christian Porter.
Parang bumubuo ka ng Ateneo, bro.
The big boy. I need a big boy.
Pare si Chris Porter. Di ba nag-edit ako ng content for Hoopjunkie? Nakita ko yung stats niya. 25 points, 24 rebounds, 5 blocks. Talagang he's dominating the juniors.
He's somebody who could actually, I feel like, control Luis Pablo's rebounding. So I have myself 2 Cebuanos with Jared and Chris Porter.
Chris Porter. Not
Now I have
bad,
my center,
not
I
bad.
have my point guard. Okay.
So, ako naman, in this round, tingin ko, guard pipiliin ko.
You have to go with the guard. You already have
Yeah.
a big.
So, I have to get Jumamoy from the NU Bull Pops. I like his game, bro.
Complete
Meron
game,
siyang
bro. Complete game.
herky-jerky yung laro niya. Parang para siyang jazz. May offbeat sa laro niya tapos nahuli niya yung defense. So, I like Jumamoy.
At saka bro, kompleto yung laro ng bata. As in, hindi lang siya one-dimensional na just scoring. You know, he can score, he can shoot, play defense.
Yeah.
Pass the ball. So,
Complete game. Yeah. He can shoot.
good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. Shucks. For my third pick, so I already have Jared, I already have Christian. Ako, bro, punta ako kay just a little length also. Athleticism. I'm going with SJ Moore.
Sabi ni.
I'm going with SJ Moore. Offense, defense, very athletic. Run the floor. I have a point guard with Jared Bay who could really forward that ball and make SJ a wide receiver for some highlights.
Grabe yung finishing ability niya, Keith. Grabe.
Tsaka yung defensive prowess niya, no? He's gonna go up for everything. Diba? So, I have my point guard, I got my SG, and I got my center.
You know funny story kay SJ Moore. Nung pandemic around 2020, 2021, may bata sa akin na nagsisend ng mga highlights.
Yeah.
So, sabi ko, pucha, sino to? I'm guessing he's around 6'1", tapos grabe yung athleticism. Reminds me of Jalen Green.
Okay.
Tapos, this year, nalaman ko siya pala, bro.
Siya yung nagsisend sa'yo.
Siya yung nagsisend sa akin.
Sobrang wild nun, man.
Yeah. So,
Isa ka na ngayon, bro. Isa ka ng laganap na scout.
Nox.
Isa ka ng scout na ganyan. Pero yun ang nagagawa na social media tsaka ng platform mo, bro. Kaya BasketBros tayo eh. Kaya maayos yan eh.
Sige.
Ikaw na, bro.
Ako na.
Oo.
So si Keith nakakuha na ng wing. Ano kaya kukunin ko?
Sana ako na ini-ex ko lang yung mga
I'm looking at the list. Pare, so kinuha mo si SJ, I have to get 7 gagate.
You have to get 7.
Yeah.
So
GH Twin Towers, bro.
So you have Jumamoy, Gagate, and Pablo.
Yeah. I have 2 bigs who can
Saka yung
shoot.
point guard mo, malaki.
Oo, big guard siya.
Malaki si Jumamoy.
And mga mama na to, I think all of them are seniors.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like my team. I like my team.
True. Shucks. Okay. Sino pa ba to? I have a big. Now I think I gotta go with the big. So, kailangan ko na siyang punuin. Punta ako kay Melencio.
Si Ryle.
I'll go get Ryle. Double-double machine.
Mm-hmm.
Double-double machine was a big part of this season for Zubel, alongside with Aljun's brother and Kiefer Alas. Ito ba yung, di ba yung kapatid ni Aljun is a guard?
Yeah.
Di ba? Big part of that squad, but with Melencio manning the middle for DLSZ, I think I'm safe with Porter, and may sila kahit paano yung dalawa may can stretch the floor also eh. May shooting din si Chris, tsaka may shooting din to si Ryle eh. And again, with your Twin Towers, I gotta find a way to box them out, get them away from their comfort zone. So, yun sa akin.
Okay, so you have Bai,
I got Bahay,
Porter.
Porter, Melencio, SJ Moore. I got my
Melencio, SJ.
starting 4.
Okay. So I have the Twin Towers. Tapos I have a great floor general in Reinhard Jumamoy.
Uh-huh.
So I think I need some scoring. Tsaka swagger, bro. I need some swagger.
He's
So
getting
I'm gonna kukunin ko bata ako si Andy Mamao
getting
Gemao.
he's getting Andy. Oh boy.
Bro, funny story kay Andy. Actually, pinost ko rin siya sa Hoopjunkie. May nakita ako nag-send sa akin. Pare, sino yung 14-year-old na in between the legs? Nag-send sa akin sa TikTok. Tapos, funny enough, shinare ko sa
Hoopjunkie. Siya pala.
Shinare ko sa Hoopjunkie. Tapos, nakausap ko rin siya. He was from NU before. Tapos, ang dami na nag-o-offer sa kanya. Like, from Letran, you have schools from the UAAP as well. Yeah. Talagang
Magaling. Athletic kasi bata
athletic.
Tsaka, naalala ko nung araw, ganun din ako kaso gumabi na Gumabi na bro, wala na. So sino sa'yo? Jumamoy, Andy, Twin Towers.
Yeah. So yun yung ko.
Damn.
Off guard ko si Andy.
Aha.
Yeah. Kailangan ng scoring.
Tama. Ako siguro yung last ko, para meron din akong additional height pagdating sa guard position sa backcourt ko. Pag ganito yung pangalan mo, bro, imposibleng hindi ka magaling.
Sino to?
Kiefer.
Abuch.
Oh. Bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Imposible hindi ka magaling. So I'd go with Kiefer Alas. The better brother among the Alases. Mas magaling kay Kevin to, Dehamak. Then nakausap ko din to si Kiefer before I actually left. Before their season started. So malaking bata, malaking potential niya, and he's gonna help my backcourt with Jared and SJ. I have my wing defender with SJ. I got 2 big point guards also with Kiefer and Jared. So I think I gotta pick a nice 6-man coming off the bench. So I have a starting 5 ko, bro.
Lakas. Pero tingin ko, yung size factor, bro, sa team ko, manenegate yung team mo.
GM of the year to.
So, ako naman. So, I'll pick
Sige.
I'll pick my last spot for the starters. So, tough choice kasi ang daming magagaling. Okay. I have to get...
Nahihirapan.
Gusto ko ng dalawang point guard. So, I'll move Andy sa small forward position.
Ooh, where's your height? Your height is gone.
I have Jumamoy sa point guard. Pare, I'll get Rubico, bro. Rubico.
Okay. I agree. Good.
Kasi you need to have all the talent.
Good. Last pick.
Okay.
Good. Last pick for you.
Small note lang kay Rubico. He reminds me so much of your game nung high school. Yung mga hop step sa fast break, yung mga isolation niya sa half court, pag nag-wind down yung shot clock, talagang it reminds me of
yan. Papanoorin ko nga yung
Kiefer Ravena.
Panoorin ko nga yung mga. Sendan mo ako ng highlights ni Matthew Rubico from Lyceum. Panoorin natin yan.
Sige.
So that's our 5, no? That's our 5. I have for Team Kiefer, Jared Bahay at the point guard, Kiefer Alas at SJ Moore at SF, power forward ko si Melencio, big boy Christian Porter for my center. Meanwhile, yung kalaban ko, si GM Jumamoy, Rubico, SG, Andy at SF, and then the LSGH Twin Towers with Luis Pablo, and 7 Gagate. So now, yun na yung 5 players, bro. But isa importante pa, meron pa tayong 1 more pick to be our 6th man dito sa mga teams natin. Parehas tayo may malakas na lineup, bro. Pero feeling ko yung 6th man will determine who will win talaga kasi, di ba? So sa akin, I feel like I'm going with Chris Hubilia. I'm going with Chris Hubilia from the Red Cubs program.
Grown man game. Game.
Oh, bro. Ang tawag sa kanya, mamaan. Diba? Number niya pa lang, bro, 72. Sino ba magna-number 72 sa high school, bro?
Kaya nga,
diba?
May OG sa kanya.
Oh, there's this grown man in him na talagang I admire for his age and kung saan siya naglalaro high school. Diba? So, for me, he can do a lot of things. He can bring down the ball. He can be a guard, to be honest. You know, undersized a little bit. Diba? But definitely having a grown man game, marami kang kayang ipalit dun sa height na nawawala sa'yo.
Yun.
Diba? So, yeah, that's my 6th man, bro.
So you have a big for your 6th man.
Big. Who can actually still be a guard.
Okay. Dami pang magagaling across the board.
Madami pa tayo. 6 lang yung pinili natin. We have 24 of the best players in the Philippines. And we're gonna pick half. And like what I said, if you ask all of these players, who's the number 1 player in their eyes, it's always gonna be them. So the rankings are not a factor.
Okay.
Diba? This is like what the majority of the people, the coaches probably see in their eyes. But if you ask these kids, who's the number 1 player in high school right now, it's always going to be them.
Siyempre. So, ako na. Pipili na ako.
Ikaw na, bro.
So, for my 6th man, I'm going to get Andre Dungo from San Beda.
Bedista din.
Oo, kasi I really like his shot creating ability. So, tingin ko yung team ko hindi siya makawalan ng scoring. So you have sino ba? Ayun, Jumamoy, Rubico, very all around mga all around guards. You have Gemao, tapos si Dungo. Yeah. Yeah, I like his game. So I'm picking him. Yeah.
So with you, sa'yo, balikan natin yung lineup mo. You're gonna have Pablo, Gagate, Dungo as your 6th man, Gemao, Jumamoy, and Rubico.
Good.
I hope in a different world, we would be able to gather these 12 young men and put them on the floor, play against each other, see who's more talented, but most importantly, show everybody who's a better GM. Yun talaga. GM/coach. Yun talaga yun. Right. I think, but nevertheless, these kids are the future. We have so much to look forward to in their careers. They will build fan bases all over the country. The future is bright for Philippine basketball. The future is bright for their careers as well. I'm very much excited to witness the top 24 players clash it out sa NBTC All-Stars. And, probably, bro, we'll see a lot of highlights in your feed in the next coming days when it comes to high school basketball, especially when it comes to these players. But we're down to the top 4 teams in high school basketball right now in the UAAP and NCAA, Letran, LSGH, Adamson, and FEU. We wish them the best and may the best high school team win. Just play your hearts out. It's the UAAP NCAA finals. It's nothing like it. Cherish the moment. You'll never know when you're gonna play in the finals again or play for your school again, especially for the seniors. So that's it for our high school kids. Sobrang excited natin para sa kanila, bro. Alam kong mag-e-enjoy talaga sila. Lalo na tayo pag pinapanood na natin sila in the future. And on that note, we will go forward and talk about the NBA and some things that are a little bit heated right now in terms of the NBA. We'll all start with Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks. Draymond Green, who's a known big mouth in the league, but can back it up. Has the resume, but most importantly, he has the rings to back it up. And now you also have probably one of the most hated players growing to be, getting to be hated players in the NBA right now. But in my opinion, is also a good player. He can do a lot of things with Dillon Brooks. Siguro point ko lang dito, just to make it quick. Nakakatawa kasi relatively, a lot of people might not agree, but they kind of have the same game. Hindi sila ball dominant na players, but they get a lot of things done. I guess this is a fact of this is a matter of talking to themselves in front of a mirror, parang ganon. Because Dillon Brooks is an X factor pagdating sa team niya. He does a lot of things, defend the best player on the opposite team, rebound, shoot, score, facilitate, everything. Just like Draymond Green, how we grew up watching Draymond Green do everything for the Golden State Warriors without scoring a basketball. Di ba, 2 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. That's Draymond Green for you. But I guess 2 competitive bulls going at it.
On and off the court.
On and off the court.
Oh.
The last matchup, Memphis took it, blew out the Golden State Warriors. And, Draymond comes out saying that, it's easy to win in March. Let's see when it comes to June. Diba? Parang yun yung point niya na parang it's easy to talk when it doesn't count. But when it counts, let's see where the talking goes. And for me, that's always my sentiment. So long as you get to back it up, you can talk.
Ang weird ng Memphis, bro. Wala si Ja. Wala rin yung isang big nila. Di ba na-Achilles? Na-Achilles siya.
Si Clark.
Nananalo pa rin sila. Weird ng team na yun. It speaks to their big their roster, and culture ni Taylor Jenkins. So
he's a good coach, good young coach, up and coming coach, and they've been consistent for the past couple of seasons, diba? Play-in or playoffs, they've been there competing. For a time, they were top in the West before everything happened. But again, with Draymond and Dillon, it's something that won't stop until they see each other again, hopefully in the playoffs. And whoever, one ups that matchup, it's the only time it's gonna stop. So, but right now, Draymond has all the advantage with all the achievements and everything. So for me, Draymond with the dub. Right here.
Kahit nanalo sila Memphis, yung Memphis Grizzlies, ano pa rin Draymond still has the The resume, bro.
Like what I said, I still take Draymond with the dub on this one. What? Kung kahit ano man yung dialogue nila, I'm just looking at two players. I'll still take Draymond in that one. Next, we're talking about how officiating is a little bit off this season, or probably the past couple of seasons. I'm not the one to question. I'm not playing in the league, but based on how players react and have been reacting, it's been tough for them. It's been tough for them. It all started probably for me, my notice of how officiating was in the NBA. It all started with the Jason Tatum LeBron foul. And that's when I kind of looked at it deeper. Parang, okay, they missed a call, blah, blah. But when you look at it, parang it was going day in, day out with different players being seen on social media complaining about the inconsistency of the calls. So parang dun niya lang ako nabigyan ng attention na parang, sige nga, bantayan ko to, ano nangyayari. And I guess with the trend, it doesn't stop. And it didn't stop. Now you have really even referees questioning the referee's call.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang,
yung kay
like
Scottie Barnes.
Diba? Like what happened with Scottie Barnes. He got thrown out in a nail biter of a game against Denver, but probably just clapping his hands, swinging his arms, and even the referee was, he was disoriented. The referee who didn't call the ejection and the technical, kung sino na technical at bakit, diba? Diba? So parang makikita nyo sa video na ito, papakita namin dito kung anong nangyari doon. And you'll actually question it nga. Bakit nga? Ano bang ginawa niya? Diba?
Hindi nila alam yung dalawang
diba?
ref.
Bakit umabot sa ganun? So, and also like, players hate losing in games like those. Parang, don't decide the game just because of a fucking call. You know what I mean? Like, just because of parang sobrang dikit ng laban, siyempre natural, emosyon yung lalabas. Pero wag mo naman wag mo nang i-decide kung sino mananalo, sino matatalo dahil doon. So,
ang tumawag pala nung technical kay Scottie Barnes, si the extender, yung tawag sa kanya. Scott Foster, bro.
Scott Foster. CP3's favorite.
Oh, bro.
CP3's favorite. Pero, I mean, again, bro, we're just speculating. We're mere human beings just watching basketball.
From the outside tayo tinitingin sa NBA.
Wala man tayong experience na nakapaglaro tayo sa NBA to actually say something about it. Lahat na opinion lang natin. Pero yun sa akin for me. Because, we both played basketball, and you know how difficult it is to be a referee. You'll never be right.
Yes.
For 40 minutes, wherever you're playing, you will always be in the wrong. So, kudos to the referees, NBA guys. It's up to you guys on what you're gonna do about your referees. They're trying their best. I hope.
It's a thankless job kasi you get the call right, walang umiimik. Pero pag nagkamali ka, bro, pucha, lahat against you. Kaya
0-0. And then probably me, I won't do it. I don't have their type of money, but getting fined for $30,000 just to speak your mind, it's a little bit tough. You're gonna feel it. They might not feel it, but damn, Fred VanVleet went off of the referee saying it's an effing tragedy that it's being called that way. Diba? Parang games shouldn't be. Diba?
He said, bro, sa simula nung sinabi niya na alam niya ipa-fine siya. Sa start nung sagot niya sa media, alam niya na nafa-fine siya.
And like sa kanya, parang that player, like Fred VanVleet, it wasn't just a game anymore. He feels like it's something more personal already for him, because most of his technical fouls come from one referee. Every time that he would complain, there's something's gonna happen, and probably during that game, something happened or whatever na decided the outcome of the game, which led him to saying the most expensive rant in his life. Diba? So that's tough, kudos to Giannis for holding it in. He comes to a press conference asking one of his guys, like, how much is it if I say something? Guy probably said, yeah, it's gonna cost you something, and he's like, all right, I'll just hold it in. I gotta pay for diapers, and kept his composure. I believe he's not gonna get
Sense of
fined.
humor ni Giannis.
And yeah, that was it. So it's really funny when it comes to that, na talagang nung una kasi parang obviously referees mahirap trabaho niyan, they're doing their job, blah blah blah. But if you put the puzzle together and things don't end, it's just nagko-compile lang siya, compilation of other players complaining about how officiating is, there must be something wrong. Diba? Again, who are we to question that? Their job is already as difficult as it is. We don't want to add to their problem. Anyways, they don't watch our podcast, so it won't reach them. I hope it does. It means that we made it. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough job. Anywhere else to be referees. And
ikaw, Keith, sa sa PBA na fine ka na ba pag when you talk about officiating, or walang ganung rule?
bro, wait lang.
Oh.
I have to gather it. I think I am 98% sure na wait lang. 98% sure na hindi pa ako nate-technical ng referee.
Ha?
Sa PBA.
Sa PBA. Okay.
Tsaka sa B-League. Never pa ako nate-technical foul sa buong buhay. Because of complaining.
Okay. Pero do you complain?
I do.
I
do. I was just taught that complaining, just like in life, not everybody should hear your complaints. If I'm complaining to the referee, I'm just gonna talk to the referee. I'm not gonna let 2,000 people see that I'm complaining. You'll probably see my body language that I'm complaining, but whatever I'm trying to say to that person, you'll never hear it or think about what I'm saying. And I don't have the face I don't have the complaint face that you feel like I'm mad. So I guess that's just how I get away with a lot of, complaining. It's like, hindi ako galit.
Okay.
Diba?
So, wala ka pang technical, Brad? Wala ka pang technical?
Feeling ko, wala pa akong technical foul na nagre-reklamo sa referee. Obviously, iba yung mga unsportsmanlike foul, iba naman yung mga advantage foul, sa fast break, iba yun. Pero yung technical foul na sa referee, yung tipong pito, pack, excessive complaining, wala akong ganun. Parang, wala akong ganun. Kasi tingin ko dapat yung ganun, yung reklamong ganun, dapat sa, parang nagpapaliwanag sa asawa mo kaya sa girlfriend mo eh. Parang wala kang panalo eh. Ayun, pero ganun. So wala pa bro, hindi pa ako nagte-technical sa buong buhay ko.
Okay. So,
good boy.
So, ayos. Pero sa PBA, wala pang na-fine nagko-complain sa referees.
Madami bro. Madami.
Sa media.
Madami. Sobrang dami. Bro, Don Aliado almost got banned. I think he got banned from the PBA, if you remember.
Oh yeah, naalala ko yun.
If you remember, right?
Very controversial.
Very, very much controversial. But I think he said sorry about something like that, and I think he was able to get back. But I don't know. Everything was just different after that. But he said his mind, and I don't know what happened, and things like that. So I just feel like, okay, you find people like that, whether you're the D League, the NBA, the BBA, WNBA, KBL, whatever. You find people like that, but make sure to fix something also. You just don't get to find people like what the PBA does. Maling tawag, suspend ng referee, ganyan. Things like that. Diba? It has happened before. So, diba? You find somebody for speaking his mind out, but you make sure na, baka nga, check natin, benefit of doubt, baka nga may mali, baka may punto naman yung sinasabi niya. Diba? Na, yun, ganun nangyayari sa PBA. things like that. So if you get fined, at least you get fined for something. It's not just for like, talking to a wall or na ganyan, diba? But it is what it is. Some calls are never gonna change, especially if you complain against you complain post game, tapos na yung laro, wala namang mangyayari dyan. So
tapos na eh.
I don't feel like it's worth it. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like it's worth it getting fined. Probably talk to somebody else in private. If you want to reach out to the league, things like that. If you really feel something personal about it. So I guess that's the most professional way of going at it. But I also don't blame the players who speak their minds out, because maybe they already tried reaching out privately, but things still don't change, and saying their minds and what they really think about or what they really feel is the best way only is to speak it out in public so that everybody knows what's happening. I don't blame them as well. It happens. Ganun talaga. So, it's interesting. We'll see more about it, especially now that the games are getting to be important for 5 or 6 teams in the West, 3 or 4 teams in the East. The Lakers just got to 500 for the first time in a couple of seasons.
Yun.
Thank you, Lord. I was watching the game earlier against Toronto. OG Anunoby started the game 11 for 11. Jesus Christ.
From the field.
From the field.
Wow.
And then Scottie Barnes had like 30-something points, but it was the supporting cast. It was D'Angelo Russell's first game back after the freak accident he had, spraining his ankle while inbounding the ball. It was Austin Reeves, Schroeder, D'Angelo had 28. Anthony Davis had 8 points in 28 minutes, but had like 7-8 attempts. But he carried the load for the last 7-8 games for the Lakers. He had like 33 points a game in the last 7 games. Normal for him to feel, the fatigue, but they got it done without LeBron and without Mo Bamba as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good way for us to end our second episode.
All right.
We've talked about, the future of Philippine basketball. We've talked about 2 young guys who are going to make a name overseas with Kai Sotto and Carl Tamayo. And we talked about the issues in the NBA, or the hot topics in the NBA right now. Again, thank you for everybody who watched our first episode dito sa BasketBros. I believe that a lot of people watched it. Tama ba, bro?
Yeah, I got messages from players, from fans.
Yes, so sobrang na-appreciate natin yun, di ba? Na-appreciate talaga natin yun. We'll find ways to make this even better for you guys. Na marami tayong insights, inputs, marami tayong matututunan sa mga ibang tao din. So thank you sa pag-support. This is just the second episode for us. A lot more to come, a lot more in line for you guys, for our viewers, our supporters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that play button on repeat kung gusto nyo mapanood to. And we'll make sure everything's gonna get better as our season goes along. Hoopjunkie.
Yes, sir.
Always nice to talk to you, bro. Always nice to draft the young guys. Hopefully, again, like what he said.
I think I had the better team, bro. I think I had the better team.
That's what you'll always say, bro. I think you have the better team, and I'd say the same thing. 365, 24/7. The only way to determine who's the better team is put them all together in one court and see what happens. Tapos, pero bro, at the end, kailangan may one-on-one daw tayong dalawa.
Ay, sa 2K? Sa 2K ba? Sige.
That's 2K. Yun yung halftime show.
Halftime show. 2K, bro.
halftime show. Well, again, Maraming salamat, Hoopjunkie, Kiefer Ravena. This has been episode 2 for BasketBros. Sana tunghayan nyo to. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be more exciting things and surprises for you guys. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng viewers. Alright, bro.
Peace.
There is one thing you can doubt, and that's my name and game.
So chase your dreams,